guys, it's me, Chandler. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys the secret to getting all A's in high school. Now, I have done a video like this before, but this is going to be an updated version with kind of even more stuff I've learned and just overall some better tips than that last video had. So I'm a sophomore in high school, and I so far, hopefully all of high school, but so far I have gotten all A's. And I'm just going to be telling you guys basically how I'm able to do that while also being involved in school musicals and plays, having other hobbies, hanging out with friends, having a YouTube channel. To get all A's, you don't have to devote your whole life to school. Trust me, I definitely do not do that. So let's kind of get into the tips I have real quick. I'm going to be reading them off my phone. Okay, I think the first step to getting all A's is having manageable classes. So kind of knowing what you can handle yourself. If that means not taking any honors classes, maybe taking a few honors classes, maybe taking a few AP classes, just definitely don't overload yourself, but definitely push yourself also. I think it's definitely good to have some classes on your schedule that do challenge you and are not just like incredibly easy for you. So like this year I don't have any AP classes, but next year I'm gonna have 2 AP classes, AP Spanish and AP Biology, and I was gonna do AP Lang as well, which is like English, but I decided with like my other classes and everything that I do that would be overloading myself. So I really just want to set myself up for success, and I know it's not the beginning of the year yet, but for next year definitely make sure that you set yourself up with classes that you know it's not going to be impossible to get an A in. Okay, the second tip, and this is a big one, is to have no missing assignments. And I know this can definitely be hard, but just really try to stay on top of your work. If that means you have to write down in a planner due dates of assignments for different classes, then do that. If that means you have to do something the day it's assigned, which is what I normally try to do, then go ahead and do that. Just do whatever you can to make yourself not have missing assignments. Because I find even if I have like one missing assignment in math, it can tank my grade down like a whole %, and it can tank it down even more than that if it's like a big assignment. So just really try to get all your assignments in on time so then you don't get like late points docked for them. And even if your teacher does not like take away points when something is turned in late, I really advise you to still turn things in on time, because otherwise you will just get behind, and then you'll kind of get in the rhythm of being behind. And once you're behind, it is hard to get caught up. It's not impossible, but it is a lot harder to get caught up than it is to stay caught up. So definitely just try to stay on top of your schoolwork, and if you're sick, then try to do all the work pretty quickly. Just really try not to have any missing assignments, and if you do, just make sure to communicate with your teacher about it. Okay, the next tip is to ask tons of questions in class, and this mainly, for me at least, is applicable in like math and chemistry. And okay, who cares if someone thinks you're weird for asking tons of questions? You're probably gonna get a better grade on the test than them because you're asking lots of questions. And the thing is, there's probably someone else in that class that had that question that is just too nervous to raise their hand, so you're helping them out as well. And it's not good to rely on other people to ask questions for you to know the answers. Just really try to bond with your teachers and ask lots of questions. This next one is really important for me, and it kind of can apply to the no missing assignments one as well, and that is to keep a running to-do list of homework you have. I have a little Notion template for my to-do list, and then I have a little subcategory about homework. So anytime I get any homework in a class, I will like enter the homework into there, and then I'll put the due date for it if it's like not the next day. So when I get home, I don't have to like think through my whole schedule like, oh, do I have homework for this class, and then forget something. I just write it down as soon as possible, and then I will remember it when I get home, so then I know to do it. The next one is to stay on top of checking your grades. I know for me, during a school day, I probably check my grades at least 2 times. It can get a bit obsessive sometimes, but if you don't know what your grades are, then it's hard to keep all A's if you don't know if you did bad on an assignment or if you did good. But if you're constantly checking your grades and you see your grade went down 1%, then you can look and see what the assignment that made it do that was, and you know, you can see if you can like resubmit the assignment maybe, or retake it, or like retake the test. I have friends that I know that like just check their grades when it's becoming the end of the quarter, and then they realize they don't have the grade they want, so then they're trying to like rush at the last minute to get their grade up. But if you just constantly are looking at your grades, then it'll be easier to keep your grades up. But definitely don't get too obsessive with this, because I kind of have, but you know, It's okay, whatever. Okay, the next one that has actually worked really well for me is to keep your grades really high at the beginning of the semester. At least in my school system, your grades kind of refresh every semester, so the grade book has like nothing in it. So at the beginning of the semester, work really hard to get like 100% in your classes, so then later in the semester, if you do bad on a test or something, your whole grade will not like fall to the bottom. And then also something that kind of ties along with this is have a goal for your grades that is higher than your actual goal. So like for me, my goal is to get all A's, but I try to keep my grades above a 95 before the final comes, so then if I get like a 70% on the final, I probably will still have an A in the class. Actually, I don't know. I try to keep my grades higher than that, so if there is an assignment that like kind of messes up my grades, then it doesn't fall below the grade that I actually want. I don't know if that makes any sense. It works in my mind though, so maybe it'll work in yours. The next thing is to ask for extra credit. So really just communicate with your teachers and know which teachers round grades up and which teachers do not do that. And also, if your grade is like a little bit below what you want, just ask your teacher for extra credit. Chances are they might have something that could bump your grade up to what you want. I know in my math class you can get extra credit for like bringing in water bottles or tissues or stuff like that for the class, and I have done that a few times. And it doesn't help my grade a ton, but who knows, at the end of the semester it might be the 0.1% that I need for my grade to be that A. Okay, the last tip is truly want it and believe that you can get it. So basically, if you're wanting to get all A's, but it's only because your parents want you to get all A's, but you yourself don't actually want to get all A's, you're probably not going to get all A's. But if you yourself really do want it and you're kind of like me and that little letter on your phone or computer makes you feel happy, then truly believe you can get it. Because if you are one of those people that's like, oh, I wish I could have all A's, but like I could never do that, you probably could. You need to change your mindset and have a growth mindset and really just believe in yourself that you can do it. Now, I don't want to end the video without saying that grades are not everything. In the long run, if you do end up getting a B, it's probably not going to matter that much, but you know, for those of us who love academic validation, it kind of is nice to get all A's. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I make tons of other content. I make book content, school-related content, tons of vlogs, fashion stuff. If you're interested in any of that, make sure to subscribe down below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!